What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Swag Buzz here, back with another video. All right, so today I'm gonna talk about a couple of things. There's been a lot of foolishness going on, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about a few things. But first, if you like swag content and you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, like and subscribe to the channel. I do swag content over here, so if you like this kind of content, like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drops. All right, so we had some quote-unquote breaking news happen yesterday, and a lot of people ran out with the breaking news, and they did their videos and they make their content, and nothing wrong with that. But I think us as YouTubers and content creators, we have a responsibility, regardless to if you want that responsibility or not. We have a responsibility not to just jump out there with any story and put out information that may not be true. Regardless to if you have 100 people following you, if you have 1,000 people following you, you have 10,000 people following you. I know sometimes with social media, we feel like, oh, our YouTube platform is just like a Facebook profile where you can just make any post and it's okay. But no, once you get into this media game, because you are media now, so you have a responsibility to the people that follow you not to just put anything out there. So I just wanted to say that first, so when the story broke of what was going on with Coach Prime yesterday, I sat back, because when I read the story, I seen that, okay, it's from an anonymous source. And, me being a movie fan, I'm a movie fan. So I like to, read up on movie news and stuff like that. So you always have leaks and everything that come out. And a lot of stuff is fake. And so usually when stuff comes from an anonymous source, that smells kind of fishy to me. So I never jump on things with an anonymous source, what I'm saying? So as soon as it said anonymous source, I was like, I'm gonna stay away from that. I'm gonna wait for a little bit until something more concrete comes out. And that's just the way I do things. You have to have some kind of integrity when you're doing things like this in the media, because regardless to what you see yourself as, you are media now. You're media. Any of these swag platforms, these other platforms that's covering HBCU football, you're media now. So you have a responsibility to not only your followers, but to the culture as well, to not just put out information that may not be true. So yesterday we had the Texas Star Telegram that came out with a story from an anonymous source saying that Coach Prime interviewed for the TCU job, and he had an impressive interview. So a lot of publications or a lot of other media outlets ran with this. 24/7 Sports, you had the Clarion Ledger, you had HBCU Sports, you had some big platforms that ran with this story, because it started to go viral. So once things go viral, it gets crazy. So once things go viral, a lot of media outlets, they jump on it, so it just gets out of control. The pregame show came out and refuted everything. They said that this wasn't true. It's all nonsense, and make sure y'all follow the pregame show, man. Those are some good guys. They put a lot of work into their content, and also one of them is my frat brother, so shout out to Neely, yo Noop. But they came out and refuted everything. They said that they're pretty much in the know with Coach Prime. They are close to Coach Prime, so if anybody knows anything about what's going on, it'll be them, because they have exclusive access to Coach Prime and the Jackson State football program. And they came out and said none of this was true. It was false. And he also pointed out that nothing that was in that article was directly from TCU, and which is true, what I'm saying? So yeah, we have to be careful when we're reading these articles and they're coming from anonymous sources, because you have to be honest with yourselves. Like, Coach Prime is a hot trending topic, so a lot of people are going to be making content, they're going to be making articles with his name in it just for clicks and likes. So we have to be careful as fans to just have patience. I'm not saying not to believe anything that comes out in the media. What I'm saying is have patience and look at things be skeptical at first, you know. Make sure you read up and make sure you don't just take everything that comes out in the media as the gospel. That's all I'm saying. Now, someone asked me, how would I feel if Coach Prime left for TCU? Now, I am not against anybody advancing in their career, doing what's best for them and their families. So, like I told people in previous videos, I am setting myself up for the breakup. You know, I'm getting myself prepared for it. So when it happens, I won't be hurt, you know. So I want Coach Prime to stay at Jackson State for years. It would be good for HBCU culture. It would be good for Jackson State. It would be great for the SWAC. You know, I think he could do a lot of things. I think he could do a lot of beautiful things for the conference. I think he can get a good TV network going for the conference. I think Jackson State Stadium, I think with Coach Prime being on Jackson State's side, Jackson State is probably going to get a better stadium than they would get without Coach Prime. You know, so I think Jackson State Stadium project that they're going to do, they need Coach Prime in their corner. Because if you live in Mississippi and you're from Mississippi, you know how Mississippi government is, especially when it comes to HBCUs. So we need a big voice like Coach Prime in our corner. But yeah, if Coach Prime could give us 3 years in the SWAC, make a lot of changes, you know, I wouldn't be mad if he left. You know, that's just being honest. You know, Coach Prime seems like a very good brother, and I don't think he would do anything to harm or hurt the SWAC. I think if he ever leaves the SWAC, he's gonna make sure it's in a good place. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him personally. I never met him. I never talked to him. But I like to think that I'm a very good judge of character. And when I heard this story, I instantly didn't think it was true, because I just can't see Coach Prime leaving this early on Jackson State when he's trying to build something special at Jackson State. That's just my opinion, you know. But if he was to get a better opportunity and leave, we can't be mad at him. You know, we can't be mad. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt now, y'all. But we can't be mad at somebody doing what's best for them and their family. As long as he leaves Jackson State in a better place than he found it, I can't be mad. So yeah, y'all, when information comes out, let's wait around first. Let's wait around and see how valid it is. Let's not just jump on the first thing we read and the first thing that we hear. Another thing that I'm going to address, I've seen that some people had a question about my name being Swag Buzz when I talk about Jackson State a lot. First of all, if you watch my videos, I talk about more than Jackson State. I talk about a lot of the SWAC schools. I do talk about Jackson State a little more because I am an alumnus. So I'm going to talk about what I know more, but I do talk about the other schools as well. Second of all, I'm not someone that just found out about the SWAC, made a YouTube channel, and started to make content. And there's nothing wrong with people doing that. You know, that's perfectly fine. But I grew up in the SWAC. I grew up around Jackson State. I grew up going to SWAC games every year. This is a part of my culture. The SWAC is a part of my culture. HBCUs are a part of my culture. People in my family went to HBCUs. I went to an HBCU. I graduated from an HBCU. I've been going to Jackson State football games since I was a little kid. The SWAC is a part of my life. So if I want to call myself Swag Buzz or whatever, I can do that. And nobody has the right to even question that, especially if you didn't come from this culture and you're a visitor. And this is not a direct shot at anybody, because I don't do YouTube beefs. I don't go back and forth. That's not something I do. But when I see something that's put out there about me, I might speak on it. And, you know, I just felt the need to speak on that. And another thing I want to talk about is people playing both sides. Don't be on YouTube trying to start conflicts with content creators. That's so corny, man. Let's stop that. Let's stop trying to start conflict, you know, because a lot of people, they'll do that. They'll see somebody say something, they'll be like, oh, he said this about you, you know. Yeah, booster cables. We used to call them booster cables back in the day. Let's not do that, y'all. But anyway, that's my video for today. I just wanted to talk about those things. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. I do swag content over here. So if you like this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll know when the next video drop. And I'll see you guys on the next video. All right.